Hello everyone, it's Grimgar again. So, in the meantime, since my last video, I have a mending villager now, a mending librarian. At great cost, I lost the totem. It popped off when I turned this feller into a zombie and his friends into zombies. But fortunately now, I have a mending book for 1 emerald, and that's it. Just 1 emerald and a book. So that's great. Today, I was going to go to the Nether, and I'm going to try to get some more netherite. I'm going to use the dynamite method rather than the bed method. I'm not going to debate about which was better here. All I'm going to do is use the dynamite method, but I'm going to show you that you can use the chunk finder, chunk locator, with F3 and G to go to the corner of 4 chunks. I want to see if that really makes a difference. I did it on a different world, and it seemed to be more effective, but I don't know if it's really that effective. So we're gonna give it a shot. If you liked what you saw today, please subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the bell so you get notified when there's new videos. Now, the only problem is I don't really have a whole lot of TNT. As you can see here, I only have 15 right now. I actually found these in a desert temple. So this might be kind of a short video. I'm going to use it sparingly. Basically, the idea is to use it at the corner of 4 chunks so you can take out a little bit of each, and you might find some debris underneath that. I'm wondering if that is more effective than just laying them out in a line. This will require me to mine a little bit too, but it's just a more conservative method using the same materials. Of course, I am trying to build a creeper farm. You probably hear the cats in the background. I haven't gotten around to that yet, but that's because I really need to collect more blocks before I have the materials to build that. I also need to get more iron for hoppers. It's expensive. The method of making a creeper farm that I'm going to use probably uses fewer hoppers, but I would like to still make sure that I have the blocks for the surface area. I need more wool for carpet to prevent spiders from spawning in there, all that jazz. Anyway, we're gonna try to do a frugal TNT method and see if I can get enough netherite to cover most of my tools, if not all of them. Now, I do think it's prudent to mention that this is a vanilla feature of the Java edition of the game. Some people may not be comfortable with using it though, because it's a little bit cheaty in a sense, because you're able to see the chunk borders. But if you press F3 and G at the same time, it pops up these lovely chunk borders. Now, other YouTubers have talked about this before too, but I think that this will be useful for finding the exact corner of each chunk, and we will see if this method has any efficacy. One thing about this method is that it may be a little bit more dangerous, because I'm going to expose myself to the potential of a blast. A little bit closer than may be comfortable for some others. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dig out this area and get to the next chunk border, since we already are within this one. And we will set up probably 2 pieces of dynamite at a time. I'm going to want to do it from far back in the other room. But I'm basically going to set one probably at this corner and the other here, and we'll see what actually happens. Here goes nothing. Well, now, I'm not really sure if that did anything, but we will now go to the next corner and see if that's any better. Well, that one was effective once. That's the 3rd time I've done it, and I found 2 pieces of debris already. That's promising. You know, what's funny to me is I think that they should have named the achievement for getting the netherite armor as you, me, and debris. The big issue with doing this is that I think you might want to make sure you have fire resistance potions. A lot of people have said that, but I think, you know, some people save them for emergencies. I think it's actually advantageous to just use them immediately once you encounter lava. Hey, look, there's some more debris right there, huh? Keep in mind, this is now the fifth time I've done that? Also, something that I don't know has been mentioned very often in a lot of videos, but you can save your gold blocks mined in the Nether and cook them like normal gold blocks later. I prefer to do this than getting just the what are they called? Nuggets, golden nuggets. We'll space them out a little bit this time, just to see what that does. And it looks like I'm already almost out of dynamite, so I guess I can try to place just one and see how effective that is, but I don't imagine it's going to be very effective. So far, it seems like this theory is out. I've only found 3 pieces of debris. That's not even enough to make a single ingot. But to a degree, I still think there's some truth to the idea that blowing up the corner of each chunk would potentially reveal things more quickly, but we need more evidence of that with more testing and more TNT. But that's also making me realize that maybe I should make a creeper farm now. I think I've gathered a lot of these blocks. Maybe I can turn netherrack into nether brick. That would be a nice palette for the creeper farm. I will get to that and we'll see what happens. Now, you might be like me, sitting there scratching your head thinking, how did I think I would get all of my tools covered in netherite just with 15 pieces of TNT? I did this video back-asswards. I need to get back on the correct path. I think instead I'm going to focus on building that creeper farm, and I'll get back to you in a bit. And it'll still be part of this video, don't worry. But I'm recording this over several days. This is my first time doing a bigger project, so bear with me. I'm not really sure how many layers I'm going to give to this creeper farm, but as you can see, I've been working on breeding a bunch of cats who are going to be on duty in the machine. Oh, there's even one right there. I don't think there's one up there, but yeah, there's even more than that. So I think we'll be good on those, my trusted employees. So after a bit of work, I've gotten myself a creeper farm together. I used Waddle's design. I will put the link in the description to his design of this farm. I am about to start testing it. I think that my AFK spot is pretty horrendous looking. I'd like to fix it up at some point. And initially I was having issues with the farm. I think I've troubleshooted the issues, but going forward, I'm going to have to test this for a second, and when I come back, we'll take a look at what happened and if we actually got any gunpowder. Quick side note here, get a load of this guy. He has the audacity to try to sell me gunpowder at my gunpowder farm, but I am going to buy this lime green dye. I think that would be fun. And after about 4 hours of AFKing, I've discovered that this farm not only works, but it's also a little bit slow, and that's okay. But if you can see here, it produces about a stack an hour or so, which is totally perfect for my purposes. I'm not trying to produce an insane amount of TNT. This is a hardcore survival world, and I don't expect to be using a whole lot. So I guess what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go collect some sand, and then we'll make a stack of TNT and go back to the Nether and see if the corner of the chunk is the best place to be placing this stuff. I want to see if I can open up 4 chunks at once and possibly see if this other guy's video, Wintertooth 100, see if he's correct about the spawning rates of the ancient debris. I'll put a link to his video in the description. He actually said that, according to his research, the ancient debris spawns closest most often to the edge of a chunk. So I'm thinking that if that is the case, that if we place 4 TNT at the corner of each chunk, we might be able to have a higher likelihood of finding the ancient debris quicker. So let's get started. Here we are back in the Nether, and as you can see, I thought that 4 stacks of gunpowder would be good enough to make a stack of dynamite. I forgot that 5 of the slots in the crafting table are taken up by that, so we only got 60, but that's 4 times as much as I started this video with, so we'll get started again right here. This time I'm going to do 4 TNT at a time, and we'll see what happens with this. Well, we didn't reveal any debris on that one, but we have plenty more to go, so I guess I'll probably turn this into a bit of a montage, and we will check out the results at the end. Lava is a pain in the butt down here. That one's a little bit different, but I'm having difficulties. we found some debris on that one, so that's good. It's kind of hard to forget that ancient debris doesn't get destroyed in lava. Or rather, it's hard to remember. If I said forget, I don't know. And as you can probably see, I'm taking a variety of measures here. I'm trying to make sure that, I don't know, I'm just trying different things. This is my first time using this method in a big way. Well, it seems like the answer to my question is a pretty resounding no, that blowing up 4 TNT on the corners of 4 chunks does not really produce a result that is desirable. I just did it with a stack of dynamite, and all I got was this one piece of ancient debris. So going forward, I'm going to need a lot more TNT and a lot more patience because this is a difficult task. I think while I'm here, I might still try to mine some netherite the natural way, and we'll see if we actually get any for this episode. Right, well, after about an hour of being in the Nether, I have realized a couple of things. One, that I think that Wintertooth 100 is correct, that it is easier to find netherite along chunk borders. And I also think that it's true that if you don't have a lot of resources, but you do have a mending pickaxe of some kind, not Silk Touch, but mending, then you can actually have a pretty easy time. As long as you mine the quartz along the way, you can heal your pickaxe and find a lot of netherite. Let's check this out really quick here. I got 19 pieces of ancient debris. With the first method of putting TNT on the corners of each chunk, I got 1 piece of debris from that method. So technically I got 4 because earlier I got 3, but with the mining method I was able to keep my pickaxes, as you can see, at a relatively healthy level, and I found 18 pieces of ancient debris just by going along the chunk borders, taking out a 2x2 area and finding all of that. So I think it's safe to say that, as I said before, Wintertooth 100 is correct, that if you have limited resources, if you don't have a lot of gunpowder, it may be easier for you to just try to get up to having a mending pickaxe and then going for it this way. Thanks for watching. I will be now putting all of that netherite onto most of my equipment on my hotbar, as you can see, and hopefully soon at the next stream, I'm sorry, the next video, you'll see me decked out and all of that. All right, take care.